If you want to buy the Lemonade Off-White Air Force 1 for retail, you can. Nike basically gave them away to anyone with a smartphone and computer who was on the sneakers app yesterday at 10 a.m. And most of these pairs were purchased by resellers who took them all in seconds. But let me explain to you exactly what happened and how these resellers made probably the easiest $1,500 of their entire lives, simply by making it look like their phone was in Boston while they could have been anywhere in the world. Yesterday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, Nike did a SNKRS Stash release for the Lemonade Off-White Air Force 1 that Virgil Abloh has been teasing for quite some time now. And 2 days ago, the ICA, the Institute of Contemporary Art in Boston, posted on their Instagram story that these sneakers would be available only on the SNKRS app. And Virgil designed these sneakers around the concept of his exhibit at the ICA, which is open right now in Boston. And the concept, idea, and release of this sneaker around the exhibit was exactly like what Virgil did for the MCA and the MCA pair of Off-White Air Force 1 lows. If you guys have been on my channel for a while, you might know I know a thing or two about what happened for that release. And if you're familiar with that release, you'd know that the ICA Lemonade release went down in the exact same way with the SNKRS Stash. Then if we fast forward to around 9:30 a.m. yesterday morning, Virgil Abloh puts on his Instagram this post right here with the caption explaining that these sneakers would be dropping via geolocation only in Boston. Conveniently enough, he posted that around 30 minutes to an hour before the drop actually happened at 10 a.m. 10 a.m. is a typical release time for Nike product. And this SNKRS Stash was meant to be at the ICA in Boston for Boston locals only, as you physically have to be there for a SNKRS Stash. The way these types of drops work, they use your physical location to recognize where you are in the world and put up a geolocation area that you have to physically be in order to purchase the sneaker. However, on this drop, the MCA drop, and a few others across the years, Nike forgets or doesn't implement some part of their security where it allows anybody with a smartphone and computer to simply spoof their location to whatever designated area and make it look like their phone is physically there while they could be literally anywhere else in the world. And mind you, it might have taken some of the smartest minds in the world, some of the craziest thinking to develop this idea. A simple Google search does not do what you need, except it really does. It really takes like 20 minutes of your time to figure this out once you understand that it exists. And even a simple search on Twitter would have found the exact information you were looking for too. So then at 10 a.m. when you open the SNKRS app, you saw the page load, you simply clicked on the product, said you were physically there, and it lets you buy the sneakers. Then on the back end, Nike is probably seeing, as they go to ship out all these pairs, that the pairs are being shipped all across the country instead of all these people who are in Boston. And for those unfamiliar with Off-White sneakers, or this one in particular, it's been teased for a while, it's been highly coveted, and is extremely limited, as this is probably one of the only releases that this shoe will ever see. The sneaker cost $150 at retail, but is currently selling on the secondary market for close to $2,000, hence giving anyone who purchased this pair the option to sell it and clear around $1,500 of the easiest profit they have probably ever seen. So if you didn't know what happened with this release, now you know. And if you enjoyed this type of release breakdown video, hit that subscribe button down below. I want to thank you guys for stopping by, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.